See, Ollie's watching. Waiting for her to put me in the group. Hi, Della. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Waiting a little bit till they finish up. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you very much. Looks like we got about 1 more minute. Hi, Sue. How are you? Hi, Della. You got me live. Yes, you did. Hi, Linda. I'm actually seeing comments. For now, I hope it stays that way. Well, it's 6 o'clock. I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, my sweet Linda. How are you? Hi there, Mischief Managed Creations. I'm sorry, I just lost your name. Forgot your name. Hi, Cindy. Well, welcome to the Crafter's Choice event put on by Lollie's Crafty Designs and Lollie's Crafting Friends VIP group. We've had a great lineup today of people, crafters, that have done so many great things. And they started at 10 o'clock this morning, doesn't end until 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Starting us out this morning was Molly with Molly Young Artist, then Lisa with the Tattered Willows LLC, then Lisa with Lisa's Crafting Closet, then Kim with Expression Artworks, Rosalinda with Handmade with Rosalinda. I've still got little of me, but she had an emergency. She's sick and she had to stop. And it was Cheryl from Cheryl's Farmhouse DIY, I think. And then Michelle with Crafty Basket Case. Denise with I Gotta Have That, who just finished up. Still to come after me is Angie with Angie's Crafty Corner. And bringing up the caboose tonight will be Mandy with Pumpkin's Crafty Creations. I had to use my cheat sheet. It's too much for me to remember. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, Sybil. Hi, my sweet Loris. Hi, Tiffany. I'm doing it again, doing something that I've never done before, so it could be a hit or it could be a miss. We're going to do this bottle that a friend of mine saved for me. Hi, Joanne. And I have sprayed it. I've tried some new stuff. Aleene's Acrylic Sealer Gloss Finish. Fast drying, non-yellowing, seals and protects for indoor and outdoor projects. I got that at Walmart. Hey, Lori. Hi, my sweet Kim. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you for supporting us today. Appreciate it. I'm going to start out by painting this, and I tried to mix up a pretty pink, but to match what I wanted to put on it, it ended up looking like Pepto-Bismol. So I may end up having to do this over after a while, because I'm not real crazy about this color. But we're going to give it a shot. I hope everybody's had a nice day. The weather here has been beautiful. I've never done a bottle. I love them. And Vera from Vera Mar Designs has really inspired me to do bottles. She does beautiful bottles. So does a lot of other people, but I've got a couple that Vera has made into fairy houses, and they are just so cute. Vera does an awfully good job. She's sick right now and hadn't been able to go live, and I'm missing her. Don't forget that y'all can watch all this crafters that's been on today and tonight on Lollie's Crafting Friends VIP group. It's a free group to join. The link is in the description. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm totally out of... And I just stuck my fingers right in the bottle. Forgot it was wet. And I sure messed that one up. I set things up kind of in a hurry today. Now can you see, other than the comments being in the way? I know there's a lot of brush strokes, but hopefully we'll get those out when I do the next coat. Hi Marcella. Hi Lisa. Thank y'all for hopping on. This paint, I mixed up 2 different colors of pink and some antique white acrylic paint, and then I made chalk paint out of it to cover better, hopefully, and to stay on better. You can mix calcium carbonate with your acrylic paint and a little bit of hot water, and it does great for chalk paint. Gives you a lot better coverage and stays on better. It's hard to work on this when there ain't no holding place now. Too much paint right there. My husband went out, spray coated this for me today. Give it a dry. I thought, thank you, Mary Brielle. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate that. Hi, Angela. I have really enjoyed today. There's been so many nice creations, and all of them's been different. I did a lot of prep work on this, and I don't know if we'll still get done or not. I'm slow. I'm slow and messy crafter. Angelica pink is your favorite color. It is mine too. But I really like the little bit paler pinks in this. But what I wanted to put on here, I didn't have enough of after I got to looking. Sent my husband to 2 Dollar Trees to find them, and they didn't have them, so we had to get something different, but it's still the same color. It's just not the embellishments I wanted to put on there. And then I've made some embellishments. Phew, man, it's getting hot in here with this going. fix that when I do the sponge painting. Wasn't dry right there and I stuck my thumb right in it. Hey, sweet Brenda. Hi, Vera. Hope you're feeling better, sweetie. I've been missing you. Hi, Mandy. Thank you for coming on. Hi, Tanya. At least I'm seeing the comments a little better. I don't want to jinx myself, though. Now, I'm going to try to sponge paint this second coat. Get rid of my... Hi, Carrie. Thank you for hopping on. Hopefully it'll give it a little bit of texture and give me a little better coverage, too. I don't like those brush strokes. I'd rather see the texture anytime. The paint is just a apple barrel paint. The antique white was that I added in was Waverly. Well, hopped right out of my hand. I've got some moldings I'm going to put on here. Try to put on here. I've got something black on my sponge. Probably dirt off my floor. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for joining us. This is the Crafters Event Group, or the Crafters Choice event put on by Lollie's Crafty Designs and Lollie's Crafting Friends VIP. Well, thank Ollie for having me today. I appreciate it. It's such a great group, so supportive. So encouraging, especially to a newer crafter like me. Well, they are to everybody. Hi, Minnie. Hope everybody's doing well. I cut up my car sponges from Dollar Tree all the time, paint with. I think that little imperfection is a run in the spray, a drip. It's hot in here, I'm beginning to sweat. That's why I got on my patriotic dress. Ain't no patriotic theme, but it's the coolest and most comfortable thing I own. Vera and all these people that does these bottles make it look so easy. And I know it's not. I'm afraid that ain't gonna stick good on that lip where the lid goes on. But we're gonna cover that up anyway. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Appreciate that. Yeah, it ain't gonna do good if I break it. I think I missed a spot. Y'all, my friend Lisa was supposed to be on today with Little Me Gifts and Specialties, and she was sick. And the other Lisa that was supposed to be on this morning, she had a family emergency. So we need to remember those people in our prayers. There's a lot of sickness and a lot of bad things happening right now. Hey, Janet. Well, I'm determined to hit that bottle with my dryer. I guess I think the closer I get to it, the quicker it'll dry. It might bubble up. Hi, Cindy. Oh, I'm glad you like the pink. Yes, Tanya, prayers for all who needs them. I'm battling a migraine, but it's something I'm used to, so I just try to go on with it. When you have 25 to 30 migraines a month, you just can't give up and go to bed and stay there in the dark. You got to get up and live your life, especially when you got a family, you got a teenager. Okay. Now, we're going to use, or I have used, I've already got the moldings made, but we're using Formflex Compound. It's a wonderful product. I love it. You can mold it and it still keeps its shape, and it's still pliable where you can move it around your surfaces if it needs to go around a round surface. I'm going to use this little frame, and I'm thinking about using this little fleur-de-lis on the other side. Both of these are made from the Formflex, and I painted them pure gold by Folk Art. And I'm going to use this little print right here in the frame. Put it on the front of the bottle, like that. Maybe put the fleur-de-lis on the back. I'll let y'all kind of decide, because I got a couple of options. And this paper come from Digital Deco Designs, but I think I got it last year, or maybe even year before last, so I don't know that it's still available. It was a bundle when I got it. Victorian Ladies. This beautiful print was the main one that I got out of it. It's E071. And then the Victorian collage sheet is E070. Like I said, it comes from Digital Deco Designs, but I don't know if it's still available or not. I got it in a bundle of about 6 or 7. Well, I forgot to get my Mod Podge out, believe it or not. I guess I thought we wasn't going to do that today. I use my homemade Mod Podge. I'm going to see where this drip is and see if there's some way I can disguise it. Well, we're going to use the good side. Find me a Mod Podge brush. Everything's falling out of my bucket. I'm real organized, aren't I? I'll just see if I can put a little Mod Podge on the back of this paper, on the back of this rice paper. That way I won't have it all over my bottle. Of course, the frame will help hold it too. I think that looks pretty straight. Hi, Monica. Thank you for hopping on. Sorry I just now seen you. Hi, Sweet Dawn. Hi, Brenda from Grammy's Craft and Craziness. Appreciate you coming on. Okay, now we're going to take some Pint Art Heavy Body Gel. Put it on the frame. It doesn't take a major amount, just cover it. And then whatever you do, if you put it on with your hands, make sure you wash your hands real quick, or in your tools, because it will ruin your tools. If you leave it on there very long, it's going to stay forever. As Jackie says, it'll stick your forehead to the table if you ain't careful. I think that's what she says all the time. Hey, sweet Stephanie from Seasonal Reasons. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Hi, Treasure Trunk by Kimmy. This will dry clear, but I am going to see if I can get a little excess off so it will not be hanging out so bad. You've got a few minutes to work with it, and then you need to hold it and give it a little time to stick. And I think I'm getting it crooked. I love how easy this stuff is to work with. The Form Flex and the Heavy Body Gel. Heavy Body Gel, you can make moldings out of it, especially the lacy ones that are so tedious to make. What do you think? Does that look okay? You haven't done one yet, Mandy? I've had several still do, even some small bottles from the Dollar Tree to do, but I just kept putting them off. Hi, Miss Denise. I gotta have that. I'm gonna hold this a little bit more. The corners are wanting to kind of stick up. Good, I'm glad you like it. Now, we can either put the fleur-de-lis on the other side, or I have this beautiful cameo by Totally Dazzled, but it's in antique gold. The picture on the bottle is a Victorian, it's a window, arched window with roses and stuff all around it. This cameo from Totally Dazzled is a different color than the gold. It's more of an antique gold. But I liked that on there. Or we could put a piece of regular gold Totally Dazzled on there. That's a pretty heart. Any ideas what you like best? Cameo. One says cameo. We got the fleur-de-lis, the cameo, the Totally Dazzled, just the regular Totally Dazzled, and I've lost my lid to the, there it is, the heavy body gel. Close that up real quick, I left it open. And I didn't listen to myself, I forgot to clean my tool off. And it's already sticking. Anybody got any preference? I see 2 for the cameo. Heavy body gel, put this on, or should I use my other glue? I'm sorry, can you see the picture if I hold it up like that? What it is? It's a little arched window, and it's got, you can see outside the window with little trees and stuff, but it's got roses around the window. Does anybody know if heavy body gel will hold this on, or do I need to use other glue? I never thought about the metal and the glass. I've never seen it not hold anything, so. And I get all my Pent Art project products from scrapiesrustics.com. Well, I'm going to try this. If something happens that it does not hold, I will use some Quick and Thick and some hot glue or something later. I'm going to put a little extra right there because the cameo's got like a first layer and then a back layer to it on that top part. See if I can judge this about the middle. I don't know if that's going to hold it or not. Heavy body gel holds everything. That's what I thought too, but it doesn't seem to be doing. I may just not give it enough time. I just stuck it on there and expected instant gratification. It's not hot glue, is it? Hi, sweet Cheryl. Thank you for coming on. And Teresa, I appreciate all of you. And The group appreciates you supporting us all day, sprinkling us out, doing all the things. Hopefully that's going to hold it, folks. Well, maybe. I got ready to go live and the internet was going crazy, and I thought, well, I'm going to have trouble like everybody else, or a couple people have had. But I think my son was in there playing games when he was supposed to be off the internet. I think we're going to try something different, folks. Hey, sweet Maria. How are you, babe? I've been missing you, and there it fell off. Let's see if I can get that off there as good as I can. Another wipe. Wipe this off. Denise, oh, there she is. Well, I'm glad everybody likes the color. I was afraid it looked too much like Pepto-Bismol. Give me a minute, let me get my glue here. If I can get it open, which that may be a big problem. I haven't used it for a while. There we go. I don't like this one. It doesn't have a very good tip, but this don't have a tip on it. I don't know if it's going to come out or not. It's slow like me. Maybe getting old. Been a while since I've got it. Spread that out a little bit. It's awfully thick. Now we're going to put some hot glue on there for quick hold. Try not to mix your glues up. They don't like each other. First time I used stuff like this, I mixed up glues, and it had the awfulest reaction and awfulest odor. I got sick, got a horrible migraine. All right, Maria, I see Pepto-Bismol, eek. Eek is right. You have a good time at dinner, Maria. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Okay. That did the trick. A lot better. Now, I had to do some weird engineering on this lid we're going to use. This is a drawer pull. And it wasn't exactly the color I wanted. It was just, you could barely see a tint of pink. So I wanted to, if you take, I don't know if you know this, but if you take clear school glue and a little bit of water and a little bit of food coloring, you can tint like acrylic and glass and make it look frosted. But when I went to get my food coloring, I had 3 boxes, and every one of them, the red was gone out of it. So I had to mix up a little bit of paint in it to get a little bit darker color. And then this thing had a screw on it, this long. My husband tried every which way to get it off. He couldn't even cut it off. He was afraid he was going to break the acrylic knob. So I put some air dry clay on it, painted it, so at least you couldn't see that long screw sticking out. I'm going to do the same thing with it. Hot glue. I just missed it. So I'm gonna wipe this excess off. Okay, that's what we got so far, front and back. Do you like the topper, Joanne? Hey, Lisa, Little Me Gibson Specialties. I hope you're feeling better, honey. My prayers are with you because I knew how sick you were when I talked to you earlier. Okay. I wanted some rhinestone trim, but I didn't have any except in silver, and I didn't think that would look good with the gold. So I thought we could put this around here, the pearls, to hide that neck. Stephanie, if you're still on here for seasonal reasons, I'm using my scissors every day you gave me at the event. I love them. My little fancy scissors, my son says are they gold, Mom? I need my fine tip glue gun for this, but it has bit the dust. I'm just gonna put a little dot of glue here and there. They're not heavy at all, but they have openings in it, and I don't want all that glue to show. It's probably going to anyway, but I didn't measure that very good. I mismeasured by at least one little thing of pearls, or maybe even two. That's why my husband says, let me measure everything, him, because he knows I can't measure it and get it right. I measured for window blinds one time. One of them come back about 3 sizes too big, and the other one was a size or two too small. Of course, now, it was 2 size windows, but it wasn't that big a difference. Okay, that's got the pearls on. Now, this is what I wanted to put around it, was the little thing from Dollar Tree. The pink that's got the pearls in the middle. But there's not enough of it. So my husband came up with this, and I don't know how that's going to look. It's a zigzag pattern with kind of like little dots of rhinestones in between each zigzag. Think we ought to go for it, or find something else to trim it with? Hi, sweet Kimberly from Craft Crazy Company. Thank you for hopping on. Well, I guess we can try these and see what they look like. I don't know how we're doing on time. It looks like we got about 20 minutes. You think this is going to take away from the look of the cameo if we put that around it? Go for it. Everybody says go for it. Okay. We're going to go for it. Guess it makes no difference which way I started, because they both look like the same pattern. Well, I'm going to get this measured, and then I'll put some glue on it, because I don't think it's going to stick with that glue. I don't think it's going to stick with just the adhesive. This trim right here is something new to me from the Dollar Tree. It's always been the other kinds what I've found. Well, I said it wasn't going to stick. Cut this a little bit longer. I might have to try something different down here at the bottom. Thank you, Joanne. You're sweet. I usually get pretty nervous doing this stuff because I'm not used to going live yet. But I am getting a little more comfortable with it. If I could figure out how to put the description on the live, add the description on the live, and it stay there. And I've been having trouble. Well, I can't get that cut. I've not been able to just paste it on there. I've been having to put it in, type it in every time. I'm sorry, it's taking a long time. It's not sticky enough to stick on the bottle good, but it's sticking to me and sticking to the turntable. Lay that down for a minute. What do you think? Leave it, glue it on, or take it off? Ah, thank you, Loris. Hi, Karen Jean. I'm sorry if I just now saw you in Magnolia and Madison Creations. Appreciate you coming in. Now I'm wondering if we should have put this around here instead of this pearl. You like it like that? Think we ought to leave it that way, or do you think it needs it on the sides, or you think that'll be too much? I just wonder if this would cover up enough of that lip there and take those pearls off. We're going to add a little bit of glue. It's not going to take much. I just messed it up. That don't need to be there. These little round, the bigger round ones are I got that overlapping too much. Leave it as it is. Okay. We'll leave it as it is then. Are you talking about the sides, or are you talking about the neck? Leave the pearls on the neck, or try these on the neck? I have some ribbon here and some lace. How about tying us a little strip around it? I'm gonna put this in my lap for a minute. Get rid of these pearls. Hey Betsy, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for sprinkling. No, honey, I don't have any sari silk. I wish I did. I was telling Giselle the other night when she was making a bow that I needed to get some. I love the sari silk, the way it looks. Now I realize these are too long, but I'll cut them off if we see we like it that way. I don't know with using these ribbons if it's going to lay good enough to... Well, it's going to lay good enough to do it or not. That right there kind of sticking out real bad. Of course, I mean, I can trim them up and maybe tack it down just a little where it still looks like it's hanging, but it holds down to the bottle. Hey, Sue, thank you for coming on. I'm glad you made it. I don't know if I tied it in a knot, if that'd make it worse with that big ribbon on it or not. we go. Now if I tacked it down, or take it off. Boy, I didn't tie that very even, did I? Do better. And hey, Debbie and Kathy Cortez, thank y'all for jumping on. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, if you're in the group, or if you're not in the group, go join Lollie's Crafting Friends VIP. And we've got 2 more presenters after me tonight. It's Angie with Angie's Crafty Corner and Mandy with Pumpkin's Crafty Creations. Thank you, Betsy. This ribbon or no ribbon? What do y'all think? I'm gonna retie it here and see if I can. Well, I ain't gonna do that. Ain't gonna do any better. Like I said, we can make it look like it's hanging down and tack it just a little bit at the bottom so it won't stick out so bad. I should have got fabric. I had fabric, but I was afraid if I got regular fabric with the gold and the rhinestones and stuff, it make it look too country. Leave the ribbon. Let's see if we can take it down a little bit so it don't look so bad, so it's not sticking out. And kind of layer it. That's the timer. We're going to get another glue stick or something. That is not, should be long enough to do something with, but it's not wanting to cooperate. Janet, that lace is all I've got in there. That's the only lace I've got that's the right color. I've got blue, I've got red, I've got green. I've got just about any other color besides white. I thought I had plenty of lace, and I do have of different colors, and I've got plenty of ruffled lace and eyelet lace, but I didn't have any hardly white. Well, this is not doing anything. Hey Chelsea, hi sis, how are you? Let's see what time it is. I believe it says I got 7 minutes. Somebody tell me if that's right, please. Do y'all think it needs anything else besides that? As soon as I tack these down, I may have let this glue tool cool off too much. I don't know. Either that or it stopped up. $5.53. Thank you, Chelsea. We're gonna see if we can get any more glue out of here. It is not coming out. It's stuck right there. Hopefully I'll get enough on there. Is there any questions about anything I used? I had some pretty things to put on it. Too many things to choose from. These are just cardboard, but I thought they looked Victorian. I thought they were pretty. And I had some pretty butterflies. Ooh. Kind of big, but I kind of like it. Can y'all see that? Is that too much? There's one with pink and lavender, and there's pink and like a magenta. I'm liking that. Oh, you're welcome, Ollie. Thank you for having me. The topper, I think it was sent to me in Happy Mail. It's just a little drawer pull, acrylic drawer pull, and I think somebody sent me that in Happy Mail. I had ordered some from Amazon that were ceramic roses, and they're beautiful, but they're just too small. I couldn't tell the size. You do love the butterfly? Now, if we can just get the glue tool to work so we can get it on there. Ah, there we go. I really like that butterfly on there. I think that's cute. I'm glad I showed y'all that now. That was a happy accident, wasn't it? Now, maybe we can get this ribbon down. That's the most aggravating glue tool to get on the base. It takes forever. And then if you pull it very hard, then you pull it off on the floor. Don't forget that Angie with Angie's Crafty Corner is coming up next. If you're on the group page, all you gotta do is refresh your page and she'll be on. The crafters will be on there. You can watch replay. See all of them in one spot. Okay, there's our bottle. There's the front. You can see the Victorian picture. There's the back with the cameo and the rhinestones. I thank y'all so much for being here, supporting me. Got a couple minutes. I'm going to show you real quick the bottle. This is the fairy bottle that Vera from Veramar Designs made. Now, isn't that gorgeous? It has lights in it. I swear. There we go. I don't know if they're still burning or not. My son comes along, turns every kind of light on. No, they're not working. I'm going to put some more in it. Now, if I could make a bottle like that, I'd love to be able to. And this, I said it's a bottle. It's not really a bottle. But she made this. All this bark and stuff is rolled up paper. And it looks so real. She does an excellent job. She's even got a little key on the doorstep. Bumblebee, bird, flowers, the fairy and the little light and the deer, all the mushrooms. She's a talented lady. But she definitely got me started wanting to do bottles. I just wish I could make them that good. One of these days I'm going to sit and watch her and just run it back and forth, or run it, stop it and pause it, watch. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I loved being here and I've enjoyed the day. And it's not over yet. So, watch the next presenter. Hi, Pam. I'm sorry if I'm just now seeing you. Thank you, Brenda. Hi, Francis. I'm doing pretty good. How are you, sweetheart?